Also new tonight, some frightening moments for a customer after he says that a waitress at a Waffle House pointed a gun at his head after a dispute over food. Atlanta police confirm that they're investigating the early Wednesday morning incident. Newsnet reporter Eric Perry talked with that customer about the chaotic ordeal.
This customer tells me it happened at this Waffle House in downtown Atlanta, all starting over cheese eggs. He tells me the incident has left him scrambled.
She like she'll blow my brains out.
Candy Franklin says an argument with a waitress over food sizzled out of control early Wednesday morning.
I all have no cheese eggs. They got my cheese eggs wrong. First, they didn't bring them to me. Then they brought me some normal eggs. I said, well, I had cheese on them. You know, I tipped them and everything. And it all was just a normal dispute over food. I would never in a million years think that it'd come to gun violence.
Franklin says it happened at the Marietta Street location in downtown Atlanta. He says a simple situation cracked out of control.
Like I said, I'm looking down at my food, trying to make sure it's right. And I see people just running, you know. So that's when I look up, and she had the gun at me like this. Then I was like, you tripping, you ain't finna do nothing. And she caught it back. So I'm like, well, maybe she is finna do something. Now it's time for me to turn the Rambo and try to get on up out of there.
Atlanta police confirmed they are investigating the incident.
I was fearing for my life, because like I said, I had been shot before, and I just lost a brother to gun violence. So all that went through my mind.
A representative from Waffle House told me they have received a customer complaint and have launched an investigation.
No more Waffle House for me at all.
As tensions boil, Franklin is glad things weren't worse.
They must got some good eggs and cheese in now, you know. Yeah, never that serious, never.
And I asked Mr. Franklin, what does he want to come from this situation? He says he doesn't want to see anyone behind bars, but he does want this waitress to be held accountable for her actions and punished. Of course, we'll keep you updated on the outcomes. In downtown Atlanta, I'm Eric Perry for Fox 5 News.
First of all, how the hell you gonna show up on a job as a waitress with a gun? And the fact that she pulled the gun out over some egg argument, she done did that before. That's not the first time some petty shit done came up and she pulled a gun out on somebody. Oh man, but you know what? Yeah, they need to arrest that waitress, but the Waffle House is 100% liable for that because they hired that woman. And your employees are showing up at work with a deadly weapon and you don't know anything about this? No, they are liable. You hired that crazy woman, so whatever she does on that job while she's working is their problem. You know, I remember back in the day, there used to be this woman up at Bank of America when I used to have an account with them. I have long left them. But this woman, I believe they said she was French. She had an accent. This woman would get into so many altercations with customers. She just had a rotten attitude. And you know how long that bank let that go on? 10 years. They let her act like that on the job for 10 years. And finally, they got rid of her. But it took that long to get rid of her. I would never get in her line because I just didn't like the way she would act. But, you know, a lot of times these companies, they know they got some rotten ass people they done hired. But, you know, as long as they got the complexion with the protection, they'll let them stay acting all out on the job. All right, so this is raw story. A man complained about his eggs at Waffle House, and you know, it was downtown Atlanta. Then he says a waitress pointed a gun at his head over eggs. Over eggs? That's petty. And it is the customer that you are supposed to satisfy when they come in those restaurants. You can't just throw any old plate in front of them. You got to give them what they ordered. So if you brought a plate with eggs and it didn't have no cheese on it and he ordered cheese, what are you getting all worked up about? Fix the order. That's what you're supposed to do. Damn. An Atlanta Waffle House customer says a waitress pointed a gun at his head when he complained about his food order. She was like, I will blow my brains out. This is what she said. I will blow his brains out. So Candy Franklin, this is what they told Fox 5. It all happened over cheese eggs. At first, they didn't bring them to me. Then they brought me normal eggs. And I said that I ordered cheese eggs on it. You know, he wanted cheese on the eggs. Give the man what he wants. He's a paying customer. So, wow. Mm-mm-mm. He said, I tipped her and everything, which you should never tip a person that points a gun at your head. I don't care. I wouldn't have left her nothing. In fact, I would have left the restaurant. You know, the hell with the food. You need to preserve your life. You don't need to die for some dumb reason like that because they got some mental patient serving the customers. So anyway, I never in a million years thought it would come to gun violence, Franklin said. I was looking down at my food, making sure it was right. And that's when I saw people running. I looked up and she had the gun on me. I didn't think she was going to shoot. Then she cocked it back. So I was like, maybe she is about to shoot. Mm-mm-mm. Now it is time for me to turn into Rambo and get out of here. So you heard what he said. So, I mean, it's a good thing that he's okay because this thing could have turned real bad for him, you know? And like I said, when somebody pulls a gun over petty stuff, this is not the first time. She done did this mess before. You probably just never, people were probably afraid to report it, but she done did this mess before. People don't, do these things and it's only the first time. Mm-mm. So he says, no more Waffle House for me at all, Franklin said. Man, what a terrible thing. This waitress said she was going to blow his brains out over putting cheese on the eggs that he ordered. Mm-mm-mm. Well, I wish they would have got a response from the Waffle House owner to hear what they had to say about this. But that's really messed up, y'all. Please tell me what you think about this story. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.